Shit. Scared the crap out of me. How you doing? I'm good. Okay. So I'm sorry, guys. Uh, I suppose I stopped drinking and I relapsed a couple of times, and I'm trying to quit drinking and shit because now it's getting out of control, man. Now I don't know if I was bothering those chicks, but I became really talkative with them and stuff like that. That was it. And I just woke up and I got up and I retraced my steps, and I'm like, was I really bothering them, or was I too stupid, or um, no, I was having a conversation with them. That's about it, man. About stuff. That was about it. You know. But my drinking is getting out of control. I'm really trying to quit. So I ain't gonna have a drink tonight. I'm gonna try to calm it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, try to calm it down. Stay okay, man. You feel what I'm saying? You know, really trying to quit. It's getting to a point where I'm like too talkative toward people. You know, which ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, but it's getting out of control, man. So with it. So I ain't gonna have nothing tonight. I'm gonna try to quit cold turkey. Because if I go back to drinking, I can't hold my liquor. I start talking to people and shit. I start, I start having a, you know what I'm saying? You know, I start having a conversations with people. I become more chatty and talkative. Talking and crazy. You know, what's up with it? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Bear the cutie pie. Appreciate it. And I'm trying to quit drinking, man. It's hard. It's not easy, but it can be done. I just gotta not drink tonight, and then the next night, and then probably I'm gonna try to quit cold turkey. You know, because I feel like if I like quit for like 2 days, and then I go back to drinking, I'm not gonna be able to hold my liquor. Like when I'm drinking on a regular, every single night almost, like you know, um, I can hold my liquor. You know what I'm saying? I can hold my liquor if I drink every single night. You feel what I'm saying? But if I take 2 nights off and I go back to drinking again, I become a chatterbox. That's what they say, right? I become you know, you know, I talk too much. You know, I talk way too much, and I just try to start talking to people. Period. When I'm tipsy, man, and I just, you know, what I'm saying, I just slipped up, man. You know, you know, I'm supposed to be quitting. It's so hard to quit, but I gotta like work on quitting. You know what I'm saying? You know, because if you don't want to quit, then no amount of rehab is gonna help your ass. You gotta want to quit on your own. To me, I think a rehab facility is a waste of time. You know, because you really have to want to quit. You know, and because I've been alone for so long, you know, I I, I drink more. You know, I drink more. You know, and I become a chatterbox. I start talking to people. Too much goddamn talking. You know, you know, you know, you know. It's hard to quit when you're struggling in life. Yeah. Hey, what's up with it, Sean Breezy? I'm trying to quit though, man. I'm trying to quit. I gotta get some new shoes. I was supposed to have quit a while back, and I relapsed a couple of times. I ain't supposed to be relapsing, man. You know, I don't think I was bothering them chicks too much, man. I was just having a conversation with them, and that dude stepped up, and he stepped in my conversation with the females, and I got mad. I was like, dude, I'm over here having a conversation with the females. What the hell you talk? What are you doing, man? So I almost got kicked out of Starbucks, but I got up and I left anyway. The manager came over. Is everything's okay? And I was like, it's okay. I'm leaving right now. That's what I told him. I'm leaving. You know, and why am I yawning so much? God damn it! I'm still tired. I'm gonna try to go in a minute. Go back to sleep and have about an hour of rest. Today's Friday, I think. Yeah, today's Friday. So I'll be able to sleep throughout the weekend a lot more. you know. So I'm not tipsy anymore. But that stuff is, I don't know, man. I just need to like just chill off the drinking. I'm trying tonight. I'm not gonna drink. You know, definitely I'm not drinking tonight. You know, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to hit the jackpot today. I'm gonna turn in my numbers. I was supposed to have quit. You know, I was supposed to have quit, man. It's just I gotta get away from this area. Once I hit, man. Once I hit, I'm out of there, man. I ain't coming back to this at all. I'm only here because it's safer. That's about it. You know. Yeah, drinking's addictive, especially if you ain't got nobody around you really. So I'm alone, man. So you feel what I'm saying? So it's easy to get caught up, man, when you're by yourself alone. That's why once I do hit a jackpot, I'm definitely gonna start having a family, man. You know, at this point in my life, you feel me? Supposed to have quit, and I'm trying to quit. It's not gonna be easy. So we're gonna go another couple of days without drinking, like 2 days. I'm not gonna drink tonight. I woke up dehydrated. I gotta drink some more water. I gotta keep sipping on that water right now. Put those either when I work out. The only time I mess with energy drink, man, when I'm about to work out. That's the only time. I shouldn't be messing with those. It's been a long. I've been alone for so long, man. You know, I used to drink to cope. You know, I'm gonna be honest, man. I use the drinking to cope. I'm not. It's not like I drink just because. You know, I drink. I use it to cope to get me through the rest of the night. And we gotta stop. We gotta stop because it's getting out of hand, man. You know, it's getting out of hand. Well, well, I was just minding my own business, talking to the woman, and the guy come up here. Is he bothering you? I'm like, what? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm about to get into a fight in Starbucks. I didn't throw no punch, man. But I wanted him to throw the first punch. And if he ain't throwing the first punch, then I left it alone, man. You know, it wasn't like I was gonna throw the first punch on his ass. I wanted him to throw a first punch at me. It's okay, so I could claim self defense. But yeah, I walked out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Just left it alone, man. You know. But if I wouldn't have been so tipsy, I wouldn't have stopped and talked to that female. You know what I'm saying? And her friend. You know, I would have never had stopped. You know, the drink made me do it. You know, but I was just having a conversation. I was really chatty. You know, I was just really talking, and I wasn't really touching nobody. I was just talking to the female, to the two females. You know, and maybe I was too talkative, or maybe I was chatty. You know what I mean? But hey, I tell them straight up, hey, if I'm bothering you, shit, I can leave. I can just go. You know, too much talking. You know, I'm becoming a chatterbox when I drink too much. Talking too much. You know, talking too much. You know, if I was not drinking, I would never have stopped and talked to those females at all. I would have kept it pushing. And I did that sidekick last night, and I'm okay. I'm not sore. I do it on a regular basis, so I shouldn't be sore. But today's workout day, so I probably might take another day off from working out because I drank too much, and I'll pick it back up tomorrow. I'll take another day of working out off. But it's getting crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not. I'm not getting violent or anything, man. When I drink, it's that when I take a couple of days off from drinking and I go back, I can't hold the liquor anymore. You know, I can't hold it. In there talking to random people. You know that one guy that was in there. You know, I start talking to random people, bro. It's getting that ridiculous. I mean, these females wasn't random. I see them there all the time. But that's the one I was talking to. That was the friend that stopped and talked to me all the time. You know, so I wasn't trying to get with her or nothing. I was just having a conversation and talking about stuff. You know. That's all I was doing was talking. I, you know, told her I went to Brazil a couple of times. I trained capoeira, you know, the Afro Brazilian martial art, and I was showing her, you know, the capoeira on my phone. You know, that was about it, man. You know, hey, I was like, oh well, you know, yeah, I train capoeira right here. See, this is my martial art that I train, and then I showed her the capoeira art form on YouTube. I said, this is it right here. You know, talking to her, and I was like, oh, okay. I forgot what was I saying, talking about. Uh, oh, I was telling her how I wanted to travel. I want to go see different parts of the world. You know, that's all I was saying. I wasn't really out of line or nothing like that. But I guess I probably was bugging him. Probably was. You know, just being a bugaboo or something. You know. But it's getting to a point where like I stop and talk. I stop and talk to random strangers, and I make friends with people. I stop and and talk to random strangers and make friends with them, and that's you know I don't get violent or nothing. I get very friendly and chatty. That's all I do. I get very friendly. I don't I don't fight people. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm being provoked. You feel me? We gotta drink some more water. I become really chatty, man. You know, um, I gotta keep sipping on that water. But I think I'm gonna end up probably try. I'm gonna try to quit cold turkey, man. It's what's best for me, man. In my health. You feel what I'm saying? Or it's get to a point where I can't drink alone. You know, it's getting to a point where I can't drink by myself. I gotta have somebody with me now. And I'm getting crazy. I'm getting all kinds of crazy, man. I was supposed to be quitting drinking. I'm not supposed to be drinking and shit, bro. So tonight we definitely not having nothing. Definitely not having anything. Shit. It's getting old. I'm getting old. Shit. I'm getting up there, man. I just gotta stay focused on this jackpot, man. That's it, man. I become too chatty and too talkative. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't hold my liquor if I take 2 days off and I go back to drinking. If I'm drinking every single day, I can hold my liquor. But like I said, man, I don't think I was doing anything wrong. I think I was talking. I think I talked too much to them. I stood there talking too long. When I should have had a few words and kept it moving. And that's what I think I did. You know, I think I stood there and talked for too long. Talked for too long. When I should have kept it going. You know. I stood there and talked for like 10, 15 minutes, man. You know, I think that's what it was. You feel me? with the females. And I guess he saw that probably I was standing there talking and you know, and he wanted to come over and be a captain, save a hoe or whatever. But I turned around and checked his ass. I'm like, look, bro, I'm only talking to the females, man. Dude, am I bothering you? What the fuck out of here, bro? Am I bothering these females? We having a conversation right now, bro. See your way out that shit, bro. It made me mad, man. It really pissed me off. But I left, man, before anything got too violent or nothing like that. I didn't want to do nothing to him. Or, you know what I'm saying? I want to get thrown in jail again. Anyway, what time is it? I'm gonna try to lay down and go to sleep for like an hour. Yeah, I'll get an hour sleep. You guys, I'll be back on in about an hour to do my, you know, too chatty, too chatty. When I get out, when I don't drink and I go back to drinking, I become too friendly to people, you know. And nothing wrong with that, but you got to be friendly with the right person, man. Sometimes you might be too friendly with the wrong person, you know. Some motherfuckers might not like all that talking and shit, you know, from you, you know. Anyway, I will lay back down for like an hour, take a nap for an hour. You guys have a good night or good morning. Shit, it's already the morning. I see y'all in the next one in about an hour. I'm out, man. Peace.